Hello, 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 hello. No, you see a lot of things in the I just received an email. No, you seen a lot of things in the description, but this is not going to be a long video. It's going to be very quick and to the topic. And so I know a lot of people are seeing people or hearing about certain people maybe that's getting their stimulus check, right? Hello, hello, hello. It's a sunny day here in Mississippi, right? So hear about a lot of people getting their stimulus checks, their unemployment checks. But just some things I want you all to know about that unemployment check. Hello, Lee. I got that silver also. I'll touch on silver too real quick. But about those stimulus checks and unemployment checks, right? First of all, just know that your unemployment check is going to be taxed. So I don't know why people think they get, anything from the Fed for free. But just know that unemployment check will be taxed. And, not that it's a bad thing that anyone is receiving it, but just know you have an option now when you get your unemployment where you can set up in the unemployment that 10% be withheld for taxes. But just a FYI, spend your money and use your money wisely. I didn't witness any of this firsthand. I'm glad I didn't, because I probably would have recorded it live. But I heard that a lot of people took their unemployment and stimulus checks and bought flat screen televisions, steaks, crab legs, just things that bring. I see a lot of people still with credit repair or having screenshots of people with a high credit score getting approved for new cars, new vehicles. People, there's really not a whole lot of places you can drive right now. Gas prices, I'm looking at the price here in Mississippi, is $1.48 a gallon. So unless you need a vehicle for essential travel, or you have your cash, built up, and you're not worried about your job or your future income, right? Then I don't think it's smart to invest in a new vehicle at this time. So with that unemployment, or even a new used vehicle, so even with your unemployment, just know that you will get a 1099-G. It's a 1099-G form to file your unemployment on, your state and federal, right? So that's for state and federal. So just know that money will be taxed. So you need to get just random phone calls all the time. So get with your tax preparer early on and see how that would affect you, because I know some people are accustomed to getting $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 maybe of tax refund, but just know that's not free money and that money will be taxed. So you need to know if you need to adjust it at 10% now, or just, wait. Maybe you need all the money you can get into your household. I've been hearing that some people have been receiving the $600 from the federal plus their state, and some people still haven't received the $600 from the federal, but they have been approved for their state. So just know you'll get a 1099-G. You will have to file taxes on that money. So that's with unemployment. Stimulus checks. Another second round will be issued April 27th, but you need to go to the IRS.gov website, directly to the IRS.gov website. If you have not received it and you was under that $75,000 income threshold, and you have not received it through direct deposit, go to the IRS.gov, select the tab Get Payment, right? Get Payment. I talked to my tax professional this morning. It's a very simple process. If you meet the qualifications and you have not received your direct deposit, I think they will ask. If you do a 1040 form for your taxes, they will ask in line 7 for your AGI, your adjusted gross income, right? So if you have a good tax preparer, even if you earn over 75,000 and you had a home-based business like I do, and you had some tax deductions, right? You probably got that AGI under 75,000 for you. So look at line 7. If you do 1040 tax return, that's your AGI, adjusted gross income, and then it will also ask for you to include the amount of your refund. I think that was in line 9, right? And then the total amount of your tax refund in 2018. And then after that, you simply put your checking account information in, your routing number, your account number, your address, your social, and second round comes out on the 27th. So make sure that you go to the IRS.gov website and get payment if you have not received that and you're supposed to get payment. All right. Third thing, Bitcoin halving, right? The Bitcoin halving is scheduled to take place in 14 days. And what a lot of you all need to know, it's the biggest wealth transfer. It is a great wealth transfer happening now. Great wealth cycle that's happening if you are tied into your knowledge base and knowing timing. So Bitcoin halving happens in 14 days. And what happens during the Bitcoin halvings is, simply put, it's supply and demand, right? It cuts the supply of Bitcoin crypto available, which then increases the demand. If you go, for example, on the US debt clock, you will see crypto, and it was like 2 weeks ago, it was at 84. Now I think it's at 74 to the US dollar. So when the supply goes down, it increases the demand for usage. The same thing, my same message when it comes to silver, right? Supply and demand. You're not able to easily purchase or get silver like you were just 2 months ago. And the silver ratio right now is over 45 to gold ratio. It's actually, like, the last I did the math on it, it was 116 to 1 silver to gold ratio, which means silver will bring you a greater rate of return on your investment than actually gold will, right? So Bitcoin halving is the same thing. It's going to cut the supply and demand, meaning that it's going to limit the amount of Bitcoin available to consumers. Now, the last Bitcoin halving happened November 28th. November 28th, that's my parents' anniversary date too, of 2012. November 28th of 2012. The price was $11, and it increased it a year later to $1,000. Right? That was November 28, 2012. Then your next halving was in July of 2016. The price of Bitcoin was $700, right? And 1 year later, it exploded to $20,000. So now you have this third halving. And I tell people all the time, you have to know what seasons. You have to have the wealth cycle. So it's scheduled to occur 14 days from today's date. Some people are predicting it to go to 200,000 this time, a year later. Some are saying even 300,000. Some are saying even 1 million. Right? This is a big transfer of wealth. So if you have anything, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin, which is about $7,700 today, the last I checked. You can buy just shares of Bitcoin, and which would still be a great investment according to history. I'm not giving you investing advice. I'm just giving you financial education. According to history, it would be a great investment because a year later, after every halving, the price has exploded. The same thing with silver, right? So my last topic is FHA loans. FHA loans, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. If you have those, I just listened to MG, the mortgage guy. He did a live video explaining that FHA made a statement today. This was just today. that if you have an FHA loan, Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, that they will not require lump sum payment. So that's great for a lot of people. It was really up in the air. Don't know if other banks' mortgages will follow, right? But right now, as of today, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will not require a lump sum payment in July. So stay on top of your mortgage. See if your mortgage has been sold, because if it's been sold to a mortgage broker, then that would not apply for you. But if you still have an FHA loan, and that's great news, they will not require lump sum, but that's only for FHA, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac. So, yeah, that's your stimulus check update. You need to go to irs.gov if you have not received it. Excuse me, put in that simple information. The next round is the 27th. Note that unemployment will be taxed, the federal and state, right? They'll send you a 1099-G form. You have to know all the IRS codes. Also, my silver stacking report. That's why I get people to invest in that, because you want to know what silver to invest in, that you will not get a 1099-B form, meaning that you don't have to file taxes on the resale of that once silver explodes as well. So you can go to my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. Stroll all the way down to the bottom of page 1. Invest in that silver stacking report. I also have dividend stocks, mining stocks that pay out 15% dividend at the time of this recording, and 12%, my top 3 dividend silver mining stock if you can't get the physical silver. And then again, on your unemployment, checks, you will be taxed. So get with your tax professional. Google Bitcoin halving. It happens in 14 days. If you have extra money to put into that, according to history, it has double and triple in price. So Bitcoin and silver are very big right now. And also get your home-based business, not only so you can make more money from home, but you can save on some of these, like if your unemployment is going to be taxed. A home-based business give you 475 business tax deductions. Let's say, for example, kids or your children don't have to go to school in the fall. Something, food supply, they decide to do e-learning, and now your kids are still at home come August. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just giving you worst case scenario, right? Expect the worst. Expect the best and prepare for the worst. So let's say kids are at home an additional month when school's scheduled to start. Again, I'm not saying it's going to happen, right? This is just worst case scenario. Well, everything that you have paid for, if you invest in your home-based business, first thing people need to invest in is themselves and the financial education, is your utilities in your home, a portion of that tax write-off. If you structure it right, the groceries that you're making to feed your children can be tax deductible. You just have to pay your children to help you work in the business from home. Utilities, cell phone, internet, and square footage of your home that you use for business purposes, right? So these are the advantages of having a home-based business, besides earning passive income, earning income off of other people's efforts, right? John D. Rockefeller, the top richest, wealthiest man and family in the world, said, I would rather earn 1% off 100 people's effort than 100% of my own. Give you opportunity to work with a team. We have private Zoom meetings. We have private Facebook group to help you train, make additional money from home. You can also help people get more money out of their paycheck that is working, save yourself taxes, and help to improve their credit as well, right? Again, private Zoom meetings, private Facebook groups to help you build and invest in that business to save yourself some taxes, because people that's used to getting $6,000, $8,000, $9,000, when they file their taxes next year, they may be in a rude awakening once this unemployment taxes have to be filed as well, especially if they're earning more unemployment than they were at their jobs. So if you are working a job, don't request to get laid off because you feel like some people that's getting unemployment may be earning more from you and they're not working. Believe you me, nothing given by the Fed is free. they will pay the piper, and they will have to file taxes on that. So for the long term, if you have a job, keep your job and earn extra income, right? Because taxes will be due on that unemployment. Now, for the people that are receiving the unemployment, that's a great thing. Be smart with your money. Invest in building your credit, right? Because again, we have a credit crisis coming in July. And invest in building more income from your home. We're in quarantine anyway. Why wouldn't you make more money from home, right? Some businesses are not coming back. Some jobs are not coming back. If you're hair tech, nail tech, some clients are not coming back. I'm gonna be honest. I got a young teenage girl to do my hair last week for half of the price I was paying my professional. These teenagers are out here making money more than older adults, right? They are making money. They are using their phone. They're using their IG accounts to advertise their hairstyles and taking pictures. And they are, teenagers are knowing how to make more money in this recession than adults do, right? And they are making money in this recession from home. All I got to do is find me a nice teenager now to get my nails done, and I'm great. So some clients may not be coming back. They finding cheaper services for a great price, and for the same deal, versus to drive into a brick and mortar location. Some men are finding good people that barber well and that would do Uber style, or you can come to their home, and they're finding discounted prices right now. And customers and clients are switching base. So you got to stay on top of your A game. So, hey, that's it. This is Queen of Credit here. Again, visit my website if you want that silver stacking report, or you want your credit restored before the credit crisis come in July. FICO 10 is coming, people, in July. And banks are going to tighten up on who they're going to lend money to as well. I'm signing out. Your peace and prosperity, your health and your wealth, and your credit and your cash flow. I always have problems smashing my butt because of my nails. So let me just pick it up. Oh, don't forget about your marijuana stocks too. Marijuana stocks, silver mining stocks, lithium stock, cobalt stocks, Ethereum. Don't forget about those stocks and those mining, as well, and the Bitcoin halving in 14 days.